gentlemen, live from Houston, Texas, it's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber.
Hey guys, it is the Amber Neal Show. It is Thirsty Thursdays, so y'all know what that means. We whipped out the sexy single sofa, and we have a very special guest. But first, let me welcome in my co-host, DJ Houston.
What? It's
Go,
a
DJ.
single
Go, DJ.
sofa. Yeah. That means we're about to find some love today.
Yeah, she is looking so okay, yes.
Right? Look at her looking all fly over there.
Yes, you have to be super fly and super sexy and have your own kind of swag to sit on this couch, okay? So today we have a very, very, very special guest. Y'all have seen her on the show several times before. She is making moves internationally. Okay, Google her. I'll say it for her. Okay, she is about her business, and if you ever follow her on social media, you'll see that she is always saying CEO out. When she's done at night, she is done, but she is there till the work is finished. Listen, guys, I'm super excited to welcome in one of my really good friends, one of our super, super awesome friends of the show as well. She is CEO Candace Joseph of the Joseph Consulting Firm.
Woo! Yeah.
We believe intros are everything, you know. So.
No, intros are everything, and so are these pillows. They're giving me life right now. Oh my God, they're giving me life.
It's like therapy pillows, right? You can just sit there and just rub them. Feel so
I
good.
know. It made me think I have a dog in my lap. I'm with it. I'm so with it.
You know, Candace, I know you've been on the show a few times before, and you've also seen what we do on the Sexy Single Sofa, right? So are you ready to be in the spotlight for the Sexiest Single Sofa? Because usually you're the person pushing everybody else's brands out there, right? You're the one making everybody else shine. So it's a little bit different when you're in the hot seat about your personal life.
Very. So just as a disclaimer, I will answer all questions. Any that I choose not to ask, I'll say, call my representative.
She's so funny, y'all. Every time she's on the show, we be laughing our butt off. Well, hey, that's about the most exercise I'm getting, but at least I'm getting some exercise through laughter, right? I mean,
Yes.
Speaking of that, as I have my fat girl chips on here, I forgot to take off before we started the show. My bad. We'll pretend like those are over there. Okay. Anyway, y'all pretend like y'all didn't see my chips. Now, you know I'm hungry if I eat chips because I'm not a chip person. Are you a chip person?
I am, but I am a plain Jane Lay's chip person.
Ooh,
Plain potato chip.
Hey, I brought the right ones today.
This one of friends. Why all of us color coordinated?
I know.
Y'all were looking in my closet this morning. Y'all were looking in my closet.
How is that?
Kind of crazy. We all decided to go with that like Beetlejuice like thing. You know what I'm saying? You got the stripes. You got the pattern. And I just got the good old sexiness.
Yeah, shout out to my girl Angela. She's VP over at the Houston Blues Society. Congratulations on winning your board position there. And for more information about supporting such a historic organization, you definitely want to go ahead and support the Houston Blues Society. They are one of the foundations of music, guys. I'm telling you, when nothing else makes you feel better, it is all about the music, right, DJ?
Oh, absolutely. Y'all know music is my sanctuary. I could be in the worst mood ever, and I listen to some good music, and it could change that funk all up. Or I could be in the best mood ever and listen to some beat your butt music, and we gonna get it. We gonna get it gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. And the thing about it is, like Angela over there at the Houston Blues Society, she is everything. She's such a sweet person.
Yes.
I actually love that. And look, with their going into their new season, I wish them all the best. And
Amen.
They always have my support.
Yes, amen. You know, it's so funny. What a small... that's one thing about Candace, and we'll just talk, and then it's like we just know all the same people, and it's just... It really is, you know, for us to be such a huge city, the movers and shakers pretty much know each other, or they know of somebody, or they say 6 degrees. I think it's 1 degree. What do you think? Like, what? I think it's like 1 degree of separation.
I mean, I give it 3.
3?
I give it 3 at least.
Okay.
At least.
Girl.
3.
I mean, some of the most biggest celebrities in the world, I'm one person away from. And it's like, wow. I mean, how does that happen?
No, and it's crazy. Like, especially some of the people that I've seen. listen, the other day she was sending me some of her like throwback pictures of some of the comedians that she's been with. And let me just tell you, the fact that she was Mr. Jones, I was like, whoa. If any of you have seen Friday, that was a Friday, you know, the movie Mr. Jones. She took some pictures with him throughout her comedian stuff that she's done. She got to meet him. What is her name? I always forget her name. Is it Lunel?
Lunel.
Lunel.
Hey,
I was like,
Lunel.
hi Lunel. Like she knows
Girl.
Lunel, which is
Yes.
also one of my favorite comedians. Her name's just a little. It's hard for me to get it off my tongue because you know my dyslexia.
Yes.
I always want to say something else like Lucille or something like that, and I know it's wrong. I know.
But you know what's funny about that? So Cat Williams is back on tour. Let's
Yes.
not miss that.
And you know what?
And
Cat Williams
guess
is one of my
who's-
favorite
guess
comedians.
who's opening for him? Lunel.
Well, of course.
And
I mean,
Red Grant. And
Oh.
I have interviewed both of them for my show. And I'm telling you, Red Grant, shout out to Red Grant, shout out to Lunel. I'm telling you, I promise y'all, and if you're any kind of Cat Williams fan, you'll go just for him.
oh,
But I guarantee you, personally guarantee you, that Red Grant and Lunel can bring it on the same level.
to tell you
I'm
the
telling
truth, because I love Cat Williams.
Yeah, I
I've seen like
love
all
Cat
of his
Williams, yes.
specials. But to tell you the truth, Lunel is one of the reasons why I watch Cat Williams.
Yeah.
She always opens up for him,
Yes.
and she is just one dirty
Dirty,
comedian.
dirty.
You
She
know,
does it.
she ain't saying kitty. You know what I'm saying?
It was so funny because when she did her show in Houston, she's like, "Yeah, I got a husband, a baby daddy, a booth thing, a cat daddy. And I'm looking for a friend tonight." You know. So we're on the Sexy Single Sofa with Candace Joseph. We're gonna find out what she's looking for, and not just for tonight, but for life, right? And we're gonna do some live matchmaking. That's what Thirsty Thursdays and the Sexy Single Sofa is all about. As Houston's Millionaire Matchmaker, I've been a matchmaker 17 years. I've never had a client get divorced in all that time of anyone I put together. So that is my claim to fame. So we're going, and we're really excited too. We've been talking about it. We can finally tell them about the new website.
Ooh, right. So we now have our website, thematchmakerhotline.com. So anyone who officially sits down on our Sexy Single Sofa, like, you know, Candace over here, will be having a small little dating profile, you can say, on our website, along with you can book any of the co-host or the host of the Amber Neal Show directly from the website.
Yes.
So if you're able to go, and I'm thinking what we're going to do is, this, like I said, it's still a little work in progress, so you know you can check it out. Right now you can book us for our services. We're still getting the profiles together for all of our sexy singles.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Amazing.
don't look too hard for them yet.
Yeah, they'll be
But
coming up after the
I'm
holidays.
thinking what we're going to do is we're going to do like a YouTube link underneath their profile so you can see
Ooh,
the...
good idea.
So you can see
Interview.
the interview, exactly, them sitting
Yes.
on the show, so you get to know a little
That's
bit more about
amazing.
them.
Yes.
Right?
First of all, congratulations on 17 years being a worldwide matchmaker. Okay,
Okay.
Google her. Okay,
What
and
she
this, is,
said.
and this is the thing too. Google DJ Houston because
I Googled
not,
DJ Houston.
not only
Mm.
are these two dynamic people the best of the best, they recently won some awards. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so I got to give them that
Yes,
props.
we
Their awards.
did.
Businessman and Businesswoman of the Year for 2021. Look,
Huh.
look, you got to get with these guys,
You
okay?
know,
Boom.
Oh, she
You know
said
what I'm saying?
again.
Again.
Oh,
Mm, yeah.
I love it though.
That's what we're going to do.
Now, y'all are great.
Oh, look at
That's
you,
why I
girl.
love y'all.
How many awards have you got since we even had lunch last?
Right? Which is like 2 weeks
I
ago.
think she's got an award for every day of the week. Like, I mean, seriously, girl, I know you're not. And her, she is on some international moves. So yeah, I'm telling you, whatever partner that Candace is blessed to find and vice versa, you will be so blessed. Because one thing we've learned in this industry is there's a lot of fake mofos out here, right?
Yes.
And what DJ Houston and I've kind of figured out is the fake people kind of hang together and the real people kind of hang together. And it's just, you know, and it's funny. And it just because somebody don't like you or don't like your friend, I mean, you can't be friends. You know what I mean? It's a small
Or do
world of business.
Or do business with them either.
Yes, it
That-
is.
To me, it's like you cannot walk around the earth and think that you're not going to bump into someone who knows someone else who knows someone who knows you.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
So to me, I'm cool with the separation. How about you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Moving on.
One thing I can tell you about Candace, she's a Cancer. She is super funny. I mean, super funny. I'm like, girl, I need you to come right with me when I get on stage. Speaking of that, we're going to have some announcements coming out. I'll tell y'all the minimum, but I am going to be getting my own night at a comedy club again. It'll be on Wednesdays from what we're negotiating that right now. But it's coming back, guys. I'm going to bring the pain because I want to bring something brand new to Houston, and we're going to put some money behind it. So it's going to be really big. So I am coming out my own comedy night again, and we're gonna really help Houstonians that feel like I have to leave and go to LA or New York to get discovered. You don't with us, honey, because in this camp we have all the connections. You don't have to go nowhere. You just have to know us. Okay, that's it.
That's true.
Get in where you fit in.
That's true.
Okay, because if I don't know, she knows. If she don't know, he knows. Okay, but let's talk about your personal life today, Candace, because you know one of the things that we get as single entrepreneurs is why are you single? You're attractive. You're successful. You got da da da. On paper, you look perfect.
Yes.
But then people don't understand the life, and you and I have talked about this before. Should entrepreneurs date people that are 9-to-5ers, or should they date other entrepreneurs? I mean, because, you know, I know like when businesses, like for example, Shug and Shamir, who recently got married after 86 days, she owns a TV network and a magazine and other organizations, and then he owns a publishing house. Mm-hmm. Perfect marriage of businesses, yeah.
Right.
But what do you do in that situation where you're trying to date somebody that may not, they're also an entrepreneur, but maybe their schedule is 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. and yours is 3 p.m. to midnight, because as entertainers, we don't start our night till like 9 o'clock. Other 9-to-5ers are getting ready for bed. So it can be a challenge. So one of the things we first like to talk about in live matchmaking is, what have been your struggles in trying to meet somebody up until this point?
Time,
yeah.
Time. You know, for me, it's one of those things when you talk about dating someone and being with someone, they have to be okay that certain times of the day, at certain times of the month, you're going to be obsessed about something that had absolutely nothing to do with them. They have to be okay with that, because it's like, if this is how I eat, you have to be okay with how I eat, unless you're the person writing the check.
Ooh, that part right there.
I mean, it's not, I don't want to sound harsh when I say that, because a lot of people say, whoa, the business guru said that. Yes, and in regards to conflicting schedules, you make time for what you want to make time for.
Oh, you better say it again.
You make time. But I will say, in my case, please put it on my calendar, because I definitely don't want to forget.
I'll make time
I don't want to
remember.
forget. Yeah, I mean, we all gravitate through this life, and especially when you're meeting someone new and they're getting to know you and you getting to know them, carve out that special time to do it. Yeah. And this is the thing: if you're someone that's not an entrepreneur, and you're dating someone that is, understand that sometimes it might be a late night or an early morning. You just got to be okay with the late night or the early morning.
Yeah,
absolutely, because you know our schedules are constant. We're on 24/7. Yeah. I mean, if somebody calls me at 3 o'clock in the morning and tell me that they're going to pay me like $1,000, I'm going to jump up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get that $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to really understand that it's not about not wanting to be with you or not wanting to spend time with you. It's about the fact that we also got to grind and hustle in order to get our bread. Mm. And unfortunately, we chose to go the hard way and work for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being the robots that decide to choose the corporation where you can just go to work 9 to 5, come home and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? We decided to be the people to employ people that can do that. And it's not easy.
It is about that, but I will say too, it's all about that work-life blend. People call it a balance. It's not a balance, it's a blend. And I want to say it, I need more work in that area. I'm not going to sit there and say that, oh, I'm perfect. No, I'm not perfect. I'm very aggressive about business. I'm very good at business. You know, but when it comes to the dating scene, I have to say, I have to figure out how to create that blend. But at the same time, I got to have the right person to blend with.
Ooh, you ain't lying. You know, and as they say, as entrepreneurs, we're working 80 hours a week so we don't have to work 40 for somebody else. And the thing is, you know, for me, you know, we all, and DJ Houston and I always put ourselves in the hot seat with you. We're very transparent about what's going on in our lives, too. We don't sit here and act like we have all the answers. We're just telling you what we've learned through our life and experiences. And the thing is that I know one of the worst, most hurtful things that any entrepreneur can go through is we lose a lot of friends along the way, and we lose our support system. And so when you have a mate or a partner that's witnessing you losing all these people falling off and seeing how much it hurt you that they didn't believe in you, or maybe they were just a secret hater, you know, they're not going to help you get to the top because they don't even want you there. Okay. So the most hurtful thing has been when you when somebody falls in love with you because, wow, you're dynamic, wow, you're amazing, oh my God, you just impressed me so much, and you inspire me. Now, how does it go from you inspire to me to you're jealous or you're mad or I'm not doing things right or I'm not, like, it's like the thing they love about you is the thing they resent in the end. Have you ever dealt with that?
Well, the thing about it is, in situations like that, that person never really took the time to get to know you. They looked at your branding persona and who you were as a business person and thought that that's who you were as a person, but that's not it.
Right,
It's,
and this
you
is
have
something...
to get to know the person, because if you're going to be that person's mate, you're going to be a part of their support system, you have to get to know that, because their friends know who they are. You have to know who they are in order to know how to play your role.
Exactly.
Right, and this is something that I tell people constantly as trying to date, entertainers. I try to tell them, you got to understand, you may fall for the persona, but that's not... DJ Houston and Jacob are two different people. DJ Houston comes on when those spotlights come on. Like, you talking to DJ Houston right now. You ain't talking to Jacob. Jacob's different. I'm not saying that I'm fake. What I'm saying is that, my interests are a little bit different, like...
Well, I love that, because I'm glad you said that. That's a good point, because people look at me, they say, okay, business guru, international person, media, all these people love you, they gravitate towards you. Yes, but, take off the glasses and the hats and the pearls and the jackets. I'm just Candace. I'm extroverted for what I do in regards to career and how to push my business forward. But I'm really an introvert. Truthfully, I'm an introvert. I love chess. I love opera. I like to sit in my house and read and think and watch the news. That's what I do. Yeah. Do I like to have fun? Oh, yeah. When I have fun, I have some fun, okay?
And she can dress, okay? She can outdress anybody in the room.
Look, I thank my stylist very much, because a couple of years back, it was like I didn't know if I was supposed to put on brown and white and yellow. And,
I'm the same way, girl.
Even to the day, I was like that this morning, like, okay, what exactly am I putting on? I want to make sure I have a sexy single look.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking, what the heck is a sexy single?
She sounds like me, right? I'm like,
you're lucky if I wear shoes.
But that's the thing. A lot of people fall for the representative. I'm a person. I'm going to put myself out there. This is who I am. This is what I do for business, but this is who I am as a person. So you can't fall for the representative and then get mad. Then at the same time, I don't want you to be a representative. I want you to be who you are day in, day out when you're around me. Because if you're not, that's a problem.
I know. It's so true. Did we need to take a break? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break. Y'all, we are visiting with Candace Joseph. She is our Spotlight Sexy Single Sofa of the Week. And we are going to come back and talk to her about a little bit more. We're going to kind of start our filtering process. And we're going to fill in our deal breakers. And who the hell is a hell no. When we come back from this, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back after these words from our friends over at Meridate.
Meridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach. We release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you, when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your copy today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you today.
Of those things and dug myself out of a space of self-loathing, self-hate, and self-hate. You know, I didn't love myself. So once you get to a process where you're in a healing spectrum, yeah, you gotta eat your Wheaties to catch up with me, because
That's real.
I'm in a healing process, and I love myself too much to settle for someone who is not also within a healing continuum.
Ooh, you're preaching today, girl. This is why we need to just go and put her on the show regularly.
Now, if y'all want to go
gets it.
ahead and talk to, or ask some questions for Candace,
Yes.
you know, obviously you got to talk to the matchmaker before you can talk to Candace.
That's
But
right.
if you guys want to talk to her, give us a call at 866-479-8752. The matchmaker hotline. I was about to say the phone lines, but the matchmaker hotline
It's
is open. So make sure y'all guys give us a call. Like I said, if y'all want to know anything about Candace, you got any questions, if you want to ask her out on a date, Give
You
that
still
give
gotta
that girl a
filter
call.
through
I mean,
us, okay?
you do got to filter, but it don't hurt to ask.
And guess what? Here's the good news. Here's the good news. We don't really promote enough on the show. Is that once you're ever on the Sexy Single sofa, yes, we're going to get the profile. We're going to keep trying to match you beyond this is just the appearance, right?
Right.
But once you have said, yes, Amber, you can help me with matchmaking, I take that serious and I take it for life. So I don't give a damn if it's 10 years from now. And you still want to meet Candace because, she got married and then she became a widow or something unfortunate like that. And then, no, you still got to go through me, okay? So I'm always going to be here to help her with the date coaching part, with the matchmaking part. So I don't care what year you're watching this show. If she's single, you still got to call the matchmaker hotline, okay?
And please understand.
At 866
yeah, but y'all
479 8752.
Look, let's be real. If someone calls me and asks me out on a date on my personal phone, I'm gonna refer them to
Me.
you.
That's
Yes,
what you do.
that's what
I'm
you
dead
do.
serious.
Okay,
I will
refer them
feel
to Amber.
if y'all try
That's
to contact
real.
her. I'm serious. Like, y'all contact her, she's gonna tell them to contact me.
And then listen.
I'm gonna filter, and I'm probably not gonna like none of it.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go and DM her after the show,
Yeah.
and you think that we are kidding,
Yeah.
we're gonna charge you an extra $100 to take her on a date. You know what I'm saying? If you pass the screening process, but
I'm all about the
Candace,
invoice.
like, just cash at me half.
Invoices.
Okay.
I'm all for the invoice.
You know what? I love this. One thing I gotta share y'all funny moment with Candace. So we met through some other people about a year ago, and so it's so funny because when we went to lunch one day, she was telling me about how she is dead serious about sending people invoices and cutting off their. I mean, like, if she did work for you and you messed her over on money, those services are all going to be retracted, reversed, and
Yes.
she's going to send you an invoice for wasting her time.
Yes.
Because you did that. I don't know how we still got an award because we did the same thing. I kind of took a book out of your page. I am like 100% about sending people invoices now. Like,
Yes.
I used to just kind of laugh about that. I am like so serious.
I mean, you get to a point where you have to make people accountable, and so
Yes.
for me, I used to invoice people for dates. If I'm going out on a date with you, most people say it's cruel. It sounds a little weird, but sometimes I have to make sure that you are worth the time. And to me, everybody put their money where their mouth is if it's worth their time.
Yeah.
So to me, I used to send out those invoices for dates because to me, I wanted to know you were serious. If I close my business doors and I carve out that space for you, I want to know you're serious about getting to know me. So I would send an invoice, and if you paid it, cool. If you showed up for the date, cool. If you didn't, I gave the money to charity.
Exactly. Hey, because that's the thing. And it's a perfect segue into why people use a matchmaker. As we talked about, I had a couple appearances this week. It was National Matchmaking Day, so I did a couple of appearances. Good Morning with Misty B on A-Star, and with Isaiah, spotlighting my newly married couple, Shug and Shamir. And one of the things about it is why do people use a matchmaker? It's not because anything's wrong with you. It's not because you can't get it on your own. It's not about any of that stuff. It's a concierge service. It's the convenience of taking your clothes to the dry cleaners. You can sit there and try to do that yourself. How many hours are you going to waste? You don't know how to get that damn stain out. and then you're still going to no, it's still there. You need to take it to the pros, right?
That is correct. And also, it would help you weed out the trade.
Ooh, amen.
listen, you found when you sit here using the word trade. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, guys. It's really just about time. So let's jump into how we can save you some time by some of the filtering we're going to do. Okay.
All right. I'm ready for the questions.
Before I jump into all the questions, I'm going to do this in a little reverse because one thing I love about Candace is she knows exactly what she don't want. And she may not know everything she wants yet because we're all in our healing phase and we're learning ourselves. But after we've been through that, we are the same way. We've gone through so much link to heal ourselves. We have become allergic to that negativity. That's the thing about when you're healed, you can tell the difference between healed and unhealed person. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's jump in. Automatic, off the top of your head, tell me 3 deal breakers that would be a hell no deal breaker for you if you're trying to date.
3?
Mm-hmm. Or if you got more, you can throw them out there.
Dang, I was ready to write the thesis statement. Number 1, someone who continues to wear their victim coat daily.
Ooh.
Alright.
Amen.
Number 2, someone still complaining about this, complaining about that, with no action on their part in order to change.
Oh, amen.
And a deal breaker for me is canceling dates 5 minutes before the date because a client could have had that time.
Ooh, she gonna send your ass an invoice too.
Or another date crew at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That part. Can you say that again?
okay.
Because it's
Or
so
two.
hard to
That's
find
true.
the time, and then I can't stand when people wait till the last minute to cancel things on me. That's probably one of my
Or-
It's life though. The thing about it is life if it happens.
If it
But
happens.
Right,
if
right,
it
right.
happens and it's
Right.
something like that. But to me, if you cancel a date with me to go hang out with somebody else, I was never the priority. Because either I'm the priority
What
or your ass
really,
gets replaced.
really grinds my gears
That's me.
is when somebody sits here and they don't even cancel the appointment or call you and text you and tell you that they ain't coming. And then like 2 hours after they were supposed to be there, can we reschedule for another time? I'm sorry I didn't get to make it.
And what happened?
Exactly. And so what?
Try-
So I just
you
get to
get
sit
an
there looking
invoice.
like a fool?
Then you try again in 30 days. This is why I invoice.
It's mind blowing. I even had one person that I hooked up and extended some free matchmaking to them, and trying to build a relationship with them, and then they had the nerve to tell me that I didn't do nothing for them.
But the thing about it is you have to be
Wow.
open, okay? For someone else to help you within the services that you have, they have to be open to someone like you telling them the truth about themselves.
Oh, they ready.
I know I am nice, but I am aggressive about business, and I don't like to be taken for granted. It turns me into the little angry little smurf that I become because I'm short and I'm cool with that. But you have to be open for someone else to analyze you and tell you about yourself in order to find you a good match.
Amen.
So to
That's
me,
real.
I mean, we have to be open. How can you be open to love but not open to criticism?
And that's the thing, guys. It's all about it being constructive, and it's said in respect. But it goes back to what you said. Sometimes it's our family; they might be telling us the truth, but it's their delivery that turns us off, so we can't hear the truth. It's about delivering it in love and not in anger or judgment. It's about being not telling them your truth. You have to sometimes understand that's their truth, and that's okay. That's their life.
That's true. And sometimes we hear the truth, we know it's the truth, and we decide, I'm just gonna see what happens.
Right. That's
We're
why I wrote a
human.
book called
You know,
"How My Kitty Betrayed Me."
We are human. We cannot sit there and say, oh, well, if someone says that this is bad, then I'm just going to automatically assume it's bad. No. The curiosity within us is going to say, okay, let me explore that a little bit more. That's what happens.
Okay, so we got the top 3 deal breakers. Now let's jump into describe your ideal mate. Like if you were, pretend like you were filling out a dating profile, not the cheesy stuff like long walks on the beach, blah, blah, blah. Specific marriage goals, kids, political, religion, anything that would be deal breaker, like that your ideal person would be.
Ooh. Someone, I don't really want to say about religion. I'm a Buddhist, and I'll say that, but I'm not a person that looks at it like, oh, I can only date another Buddhist. No. Whatever your spiritual center is, be okay with that. Be cool with that because it's you.
Yeah.
So it's a part of you. So because you want people to fall in love with you. In regards to family and kids, I'm all about what kind of relationship you have with your family and kids. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to give me all of your family secrets, but at least whatever you have to do to be in a healthy relationship. So for some people that can mean cutting off family or reducing amount of family time that they spend with people. It doesn't make it wrong. That's just your way. I'm a person, I want to know people's relationship with money.
Ooh,
What's their relationship
hey.
with money?
That's the number 2 thing people fight out behind infidelity.
Yeah, well, right. And for me, it's kind of like money is, people say, oh, it's the root of evil. No, it's the root of necessity. And for me, I look at it like, what's your long-term goals with money? Because if you spend, and don't invest, then we're definitely going to have a difference of opinion.
Yes.
I want someone in my life that gives to community, someone that believes in strengthening bonds all around them, and be okay with the detachment if the bonds don't happen. I think that's part of who I am. In regards to people with kids, I will date people with kids, but if I see that you are treating your spouse or the person that you're dating better than you treat your kids, that's a deal breaker for me, and it's a no-go zone. I don't get into the number of kids and how many people. No, everybody has a different dynamic, a different wave. So if I catch your wave, you catch my wave. If you got some baggage, I'm cool with helping you unpack. But as long as you're in a healing continuum, if you have baggage and don't want to do anything about it, then I got to leave you at the doorstep with your baggage.
Ooh. Ooh.
She
is
ain't
preaching
right.
today.
She is. She
We're
look
both
at her.
on it.
I'm
Yep.
like, don't stop. Keep going. Let's go.
I mean, let's be real. People always want to say what their deal breakers are, and infidelity is a deal breaker. Money is a deal breaker. Let's be real. If you're in a situation and there's infidelity there, that's because someone did not communicate their needs. They did not communicate their wants. They did not communicate their expectations. To me, I feel like infidelity is one of those things where I think it just depends on the person in the situation. But at the same time, people should be open and honest about what they're going through, what their needs are. And if your spouse is not facilitating that need, dump your spouse and get a new spouse so they can make sure that your needs are handled.
So,
I'll wait.
with that said, would you say that you believe in monogamy in marriage?
Monogamy and marriage. I believe in monogamy.
Separate things. Yeah.
Those are separate things to me. I believe in marriage as well, but I don't have to necessarily have the all the fixings
The
that come with
paper.
marriage. I don't
Right.
have to have that. To me, once you make a commitment to somebody, that's the commitment. In regard to monogamy, I think that's a individual choice, and whoever your spouse is, they have to be okay with your individual choice in regards to monogamy. I think marriage is a very sacred thing, and I take vows very seriously. So when I take them vows, I'm taking them once, or I'm not taking them at all.
So you are marriage minded then?
I am marriage minded, but I am
Okay.
also life partner minded as well.
Okay.
So
You're
I have,
flexible.
I have to be clear with that. I mean, my thing is this: if I don't get married until I'm 65, and they got their retirement plan, I got my retirement plan. Hey, we finna have some fun.
Hey, that's what we start
You
looking at
know?
over 40. We want to know what's in your 401k or your IRA.
I mean,
we need to know.
it's about the future, because to me, most people think that getting to know you, dating you, being in a relationship with you, and being in a marriage space with you, they think those are all run together. No, those are totally separate lanes, and people should understand the lanes.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're the lanes.
Now, as far as somebody who, would you prefer to date another entrepreneur, or would you prefer to date somebody not?
I can honestly say I want to date someone who brings value to my life, regardless of if they're 9 to 5 or if they're an entrepreneur. I think that's an honest thing to do, because with entrepreneurs, everything is roller coaster. With 9 to 5, everything is roller coaster. So why limit someone in that space to say they should only be a 9 to 5 or an entrepreneur? If we're open to love, then you're open to all.
Amen. Now, I know we're running short on time, but I definitely have a few more questions for you. So, when it comes to, one of the things that I say is that sometimes your picker is broken. And I know that don't apply to you, because I know you very well. It's not about that, because you have the difference. See, there's people that stay single because they don't have boundaries, they don't have self-love, so they keep perpetuating that toxic cycle.
Yeah.
You're over here with self-love, boundaries, and respect, and so there's a big difference, but they can feel kind of alike because you're having to be true to yourself, and over here you're not being true to yourself. So the thing is, I know you want a healthy partner, but
Yes.
sometimes our physical type is what keeps us single. I've had matchmaking
Right.
clients that say, oh, if they're not this height, or they don't have this build, or they don't have this six-pack, I'm like, bitch, you have a keg yourself. How are you going to sit here and demand a six-pack? That's why I always say, I'm a matchmaker, not a magician. Okay?
And the thing about it is that, to me, people that can analyze their types to be that specific are still in a space where they're trying to they're trying to love themselves, and they don't know how. If you picking that close and you can be that specific about it, then you have to be okay with the fact that you have some flaws too, and people are going to pick your flaws apart and say if they don't want to be, why they don't want to be with you. I'm a person, look, I like a little bit of them all. I can honestly say in the past, I've always been attracted to people that have been able to get me out of my shell and to get me away from the office. Because if you can get me away from my office, oh man, look, you get the keys to the kingdom. I don't even think you understand. I've always been attracted to people that are opposite of me in that way.
Me too.
I've always been attracted to extroverts, and I can honestly say that. And it's some certain zodiac signs too that I can mention that have always steered, within my eyesight, and be like, yeah, you the one. But I will say this. I'm open to a little bit of everything, but they have to be someone that's that they love themselves. Because the thing about this, when you talk about hate, this is what usually happens. people's self-love irritates other people's self-hate.
Ooh, that part. Ooh.
So I'm all about the self-love. I don't know, and somebody has to be all right with liking my quirky, introverted style and being okay with me.
Yeah.
Because once you win the keys to the kingdom, I don't even think you understand what that have in it.
Oh, I'm telling y'all, cancers are love bugs. I mean, I don't care what they say.
Yes.
It's hard to get. It's hard to get in that shell. But honey, once you're in, she gonna shut it, and your ass ain't getting out. Okay, and you ain't gonna want to either. And that's the beautiful thing, because like back to what you said, people sometimes will pick a spouse based on what their family expects for them. I expect you to date this race. I expect you to date this religion. I expect you to date this political affiliation. And their family has their thumb on them like this, so they can't even date who they want to date. So it's very important. It sounds to me like somebody you need to date somebody who is 100% in their truth, who they are, not hiding themselves, not wearing a facade, not living for other people, standing in their truth, on their self-love journey. You don't have to, like she said, she'll help you unpack. You don't have to be perfect.
No.
All right, so look at the camera. We're going to wrap up the show. Look at the camera, Candace. And if you want to meet her, y'all have to go through us. Go to matchmakerhotline.com, and we're going to have her profile up next week. Reach out to the show, The Amber Neal Show, on Facebook.
Give us a call on the Matchmaker Hotline at 866-479-8752. Or, you can go and... what's another way they can get a hold of it? We got the Matchmaker Hotline, we got the Amber Neal, we got the Amber Neal Show. You can go to our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why we always forget about the Matchmaker Hotline Facebook page.
We have so many freaking social media, I can't even use it. But what we want you to do right now, Candace, is look into the camera and speak to your future partner and tell them what you want them to know. That if they get Candace, if they get the keys to the kingdom, let them know.
I feel like this is like Love Connection 1980s style, right?
Yes.
All right. So, hey guys, this is Candace Joseph, the business guru. I'm a 42-year-old female here from Houston, Texas. But please understand, if you are worth it, I can travel worldwide. When you decide that you want to give me a call, just know that you're going to run into someone who's an ambivert, for the best way I could say it. Someone who's very artsy, very creative, thinker, a seeker of knowledge. And someone who loves to travel the world and love to, learn about experiences along the way. Only thing I have to say is this: if you get the keys to the kingdom, please understand I am a CEO. But if you win my heart and you lead, I know how to be submissive.
Ooh, she said the word submissive.
I was like, things I never thought. Let me fall out of this chair and come back in. What? Okay.
I'm just saying, if you can lead, if you know how to lead me in the
Yes.
place of love, I will follow you.
Ooh,
I think that's the best way
real.
I can say it. But yeah.
Well, I'm here to testify and be a witness. Candace is a one of a kind. She is a class act. She's the kind of person that you would have fun at the backyard, to the barbecue, to the boardroom. Okay, she can fit in any situation, and she probably got to outdress you in every single one of them. But she's super fun. She's super sweet. She's a good friend. She's a great listener. She's somebody that's easy to talk to. Somebody that if she rides for you, she's going to ride for you. She's not going to give up. So if you've ever been one of her ex-relationships, I feel sorry for you, because you had a real winner right here. You had a real one. You had somebody willing to ride, and by the time you find out that she's already found somebody else, you're going to be like, but are you sure we can't work it out, Candace? No, you can't, because now she's in my arms, okay? So now I got her. Now I got Candace. Now you got to come through me and DJ Houston to get Candace, because we're going to make sure that you have the right intentions. Because one thing we do, DJ Houston's a witness, we don't invite people on this couch unless they are a total package.
Right.
That's facts.
Which that kind of brings us to our new segment that we started here every other Thursday.
Yeah.
We have Battle of the Exes. So if you happen to be one of Candace's exes and you got something to say, we're going to help you mediate that. Or if you have an ex that you need help mediating, you want to get closure, you just want to tell them what a dummy that could have been,
Yes.
or you want help patching up the relationship, give us a call on the Matchmaker Hotline, 866-479-8752, so that way we can book you and your ex on our new segment called Battle of the Exes, He Said versus She Said.
I brought my ex on first last week, so it was really super
Look,
funny.
I saw it. I'm sitting here thinking about all of my exes right now, like, why did he have to say that?
funny though because I one of my favorite like ex reunion type shows is when one of them used to be kind of like not as attractive, and they like start getting super fly, or worked on their body, or they just look better than when they were with them. Because listen, the bad relationship will have you looking thrown off. Okay. So, but why is it that when you break up and you heal, man, you start looking fly again, right? You get back to your self-love. So I kind of did the opposite with my ex. I kind of got fluffier since we saw each other last because of COVID. And so he came in, shout out to Derek O.C. Reed, came in and roasted me for my birthday. And then I roasted him right back. So
Look, I was sitting there like, ooh, I don't have some kind of chocolate bar in my hand or a Dr. Pepper. Like, ooh.
Get the popcorn out, guys.
Yeah,
But if you want to be part of that, y'all hit us up on the Matchmaker Hotline.
I'm scared.
Right, exactly. Or if you want to be friends of the show, hit us up at our Facebook page, The Amber Neal Show. Of course, make sure if you want to catch any of the reruns, you want to recatch this episode, subscribe and like our Boss Up Houston Network Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And pretty soon you can go and like our Matchmaker Hotline YouTube channel. We are working on getting that one up soon. If you didn't get to catch this live and y'all guys are listening after the show on any of our podcast platforms, thank you for listening. Call into the show at any time. The Matchmaker Hotline is toll-free and open 24 hours a day. So if you're watching this at 3 a.m. in Shanghai and you want to go and talk to the business bureau, call us. We'll answer.
But if you want to find love with the business guru, you call your girl Amber Neal. Okay?
Which is still calling us on the Matchmaker Hotline. Okay.
And guys, it is a Labor Day weekend. We're going to be out of here. We'll be running reruns until Tuesday. So if you guys have missed any of the shows up until then, great time to catch up. Y'all be safe out there. Love on people while they're here, because you may never get that chance to tell them tomorrow. Y'all tune in for more information on everything that I have going on at amberneal.com, Neal, and all my social media and everything is there. So y'all have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much, Candace,
And
for
of course,
coming on.
Anytime, just know that I'm here. I'm here for you guys as always, and this was fun. I'm excited. I don't want none of my exes to call though.
I'm just saying, y'all call. I'm ready. I got the popcorn ready to go for that show.
Yes.
And of course, and next time we'll be able to have Amber and me as mediators. Because last time I had to mediate by myself, and I had to put my hammer down a couple times and say, hey, calm down a little bit. But this time both of us get to mediate, so it's gonna be a little bit more fun.
Right? I'm the one that got away.
I plead the fifth on this one. That's what I did.
Right.
Of course, Amber won.
I love it.
I didn't say I won. I said I'm the one that got away.
She's the one. Oh, she definitely is the one that got away. Definitely the one that got away.
I feel
But
better now.
y'all guys.
Happy birthday to OC. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Derek. What's up? Hey.
Happy birthday, you.
You know what, Derek? I got a little trip for you to Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hit us up later. We'll give you a little 4-night trip to Vegas, and anybody else who ever, I got a little trip for Candace too, so that way when she gets booed up, she can take you on her little resort trip. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to give her a 7-night resort trip just for coming and sitting on this sexy single sofa. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Courtesy of our friends over at marriaddate.com. So for all you couples that are out there looking for things to do, you want to put the date back into your marriage, go check out our website at marriaddate.com. That's marriddate.com. And we will be back here Tuesday next week for Tough Love Tuesday with our co-host Kyle Fu and me. Hey, and of course, obviously you get the host of the show. She thinks, but I kind of stole it from her. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the DJ Houston hour pretty soon.
Can I say one thing about that trip that you guys?
What's up?
Please understand. Go ahead and call a matchmaker immediately to give the guru, or it's me and this pillow gonna go.
Right, and the beautiful thing about the trip is it can be you, your special person that you find, and another couple. Or it can be you and 3 of your single friends. You know what I'm saying?
In Derek's case, he can take all his hoes from different states.
All right, and we will see y'all guys back here Tuesday for Tough Love Tuesday. Here's a word from our friends over at Married Date. Peace out, guys. We will see y'all on Tuesday, my favorite day of the week.
Married is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.